Where to begin today? Definitely into the tree line. Well, hey everybody, welcome to another Not Thursday in New Hampshire. Very overcast, very muggy, and with the threat of thunderstorms in the next couple hours, so that's why we are gonna go out today and do a little hike, explore. No metal detecting. I don't want to get caught out in the woods too long with all my gear. So where I am and where I'm starting is at a public piece of land out behind an old home site, and right where we are standing is a dump. As you can see, there is all kinds of stuff in the ground. It's been a long time since I've been over here. Definitely looks like people have been scraping, poking. That's a heel. It's been a while since I've been over here. No heel plate. Actually, more leather. And stuff. That's different. So my thought is, I've never been way back. I don't know what's out there. I do know there are trails, but I figure this gives me an option of something else to do if I don't go too far or find anything out there. But either way, we're going to do a little scraping. We're going to do a little bit of exploring, and hopefully we stay dry. So that's some type of grinder, something or other. It says mountain on it. And the thing about this site is they were here until the mid-1900s, so there's a lot of more modern stuff. But this is definitely prior to 1900. It's got a mold line, but it doesn't go all the way up to the neck. And it's actually complete. It's not even broken. So, as you can imagine, with each family or generation that moved into an old house, they kept dumping in the same place. So who knows what's way underneath. This was actually right on the surface. And it's complete. There's just stuff everywhere. Even looking down the hill, I can see things sticking out of the ground. So let's go down the hill. That's a wheel rim. Buried. That's aluminum. Some big iron. So we'll see if we can find that trail out there. Take a look-see out into the outback behind the farm. And if there's nothing overly interesting, we'll come back and poke around the dump. So when in New England, when walking trails like this, you never know if you're on an old cart path, a logging road, a modern day trail, or whatnot. You know, with 300 years of settlers doing things out here, you just never know. It's actually quite an established trail. Definitely hard packed, not really beaten up from loggers and stuff. So if it is a cart path, it's old and people were going out there for one reason or another. this. So we've had a whole bunch of rain, geez, the last couple months. Remnants of tropical storms. And that's a whole lot of water that usually isn't here. Geez, I wonder if it's backed up from somewhere else, or if there was or is a small brook out there. Man. So if that maintains where it is 5 years, all these trees will be dead. Alright, back on the trail. Well, interesting. So there's no doubt it's hard packed. It's definitely an old wagon road. And there are stacked rocks all the way out here. I'm probably 15 minutes going slow, so I'm probably a half a mile out from behind the old farm we started at. So it makes me wonder what they were doing out here. Because there's another pile of rocks. The cart path terminates at these stacked rocks and just becomes a single track type trail. So makes me think there's a possibility of an old settler site out here. Guess we'll take a look inside the trees and see. Something like this is a interesting sign. So definitely stacked rocks, but look at all the big rocks. So they weren't clearing field, they were just getting them out of the way, which starts pinging my radar for, you know, a potential cabin site or something. But without finding a cellar hole, finding a footprint without a metal detector can be a challenge. Interesting. See what I mean about walking around out in the woods out here? Nothing else painfully obvious as in land improvement stuff, but yet here we go with casually stacked rocks to just get them out of the way. There's no doubt they've been there a long time. So I just went down there. This is where the cart road becomes single track. Here's just an observation for those of you, those explorers who may not know. As soon as I left that area, the ground is soft. I mean, it literally feels like you're walking on carpet. And then as soon as you get up here to where this ends, it's hard. It's like floor. So this is definitely the end of this old road. And somebody was definitely out here doing things. I don't see anything obvious other than the stacked piles of rocks. So I'm going to take a look in and around here a little bit more, and if we don't find any signs of a structure, I'm going to head back to the dump. But hard ground. Nice. So I took the alternative route up to where I want to go into this mess. I figured I'd cut back a little bit early, and there it is. It happened again. Just like I stated recently with the insulators being surface finds. There's another one. Every time I find one, it's out on the surface. Melted bottle glass, bricks, and I am 300 feet out from behind the dump. So it's pretty far down for stuff to be. But again, You never know until you look. So interesting as usual. See down there? Definitely a cart path, bringing me off course, but it's brought me up here. We got a massive wall. Like I said, I jumped in early before I would have ended up back at the farm we started at. So, here we go. Big old wall in the middle of this mess. Actually, this side isn't too bad. Could have been a little bitty old field. And proper break through the big old wall. Barbed wire. So somebody was using this post 1870s. Oh, and actually the main road isn't too far out there. So back here is where it was going on. That looks like an old Coke bottle. Yeah. And it is Newburyport, Mass. From way out on the coast. I don't think I've ever seen a Newburyport one. That is cool. Solid bottles for sure. See, I made my way back over to the dump. Interesting, that wall out there is just out there. Nothing much else going on. Weird place. Yeah, most of this stuff is 1900s. I'm only going to do a little scraping because all I have is my pry tool, which is fine, but you never know. Light bulb action. Well, there's a surface fine to keep. Nice harmonica reed. Sometimes I like to look where people have already scraped, because a lot of times people are just looking for complete bottles. They find relics like that out, or sometimes I get lucky and spot a button. Oh, there's the other half. Oh, beauty. Volume knob for a lantern. Sorry, as I moved out of frame. No idea. I just went for my brush, but realized I don't have my digging gear on. Huh. No idea what that was. It's not corroded, so it's decent metal. Future find, we'll take it. Maybe we'll figure it out someday. Raleigh's. Not terribly old, but neat and complete. Raleigh's again, smaller version. Surprised there's this many complete bottles out here with all the scraping I've seen. Granted, maybe people are just looking for older stuff, but still. So, just left the pit a little bit, walking around, scoping the ground. Couple more insulators. Well, I can understand why that did not submerge. That's 3 for the day. Nice. And like I said in my video recently across the river, these things repurpose so well for, you know, coat racks, hat racks, whatever else you may want to hang, picture hangers. Definitely cool finds. Well, that's it, everybody. Today was very satisfying. I love nothing more than going out and just doing a little bit of exploring. But when I can do a little bit of digging and scraping, it's even better. I found more today than I do sometimes metal detecting. See, I got 3 insulators, 2 harmonica reeds, the lantern top, that weird metal thing with the wire, and a few complete bottles. Awesome. So, go out, explore your world, keep your eyes to the ground, and enjoy You're Not Thursday.